Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another video from me, Richard, at the Veg Grower Podcast. Now, this week I have been buying some bargain plants and I have also concluded an experiment that I've been running. That's all coming up in this video, so let's run the credits. My name's Richard and I am on a mission to grow as much food as I possibly can. On my allotment and modern victory garden, we have plenty of land in which to achieve this. And this is my video diary. Well, it's been a really hot day today, but all I've been doing this week is, as I've been at work, I have been popping into certain shops and garden centres and trying to find some of the bargains. I managed to get a pack of 6 strawberry plants for £1, which we're going to pot those up at some point. We've got some grow bags that will cost us 50p a bag, a collection of compost and stuff, but some of the things I've been really after as we're expanding our gardens, if you've heard on the podcast, we've been setting up experimental gardens this year, is fruit bushes and canes. Now, a lot of the garden centres and department stores are currently selling off some of these fruit bushes and canes pretty cheap. Coming to the end of the season, they want to get the Christmas stock in. And for example, this Tabby bush I have right here cost me £1, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good price, I think, especially when it grows into a big plant. We've got Tabby bushes already, so this is going to be, not sure what I'm going to do with it, but we're going to have it somewhere. But what I do like to do, because they are looking a little bit tired, they are sort of been in the shop, probably not looked after that great. I think they need to go into a bit of a bigger pot. Now, the root system on this isn't actually too bad. It doesn't look like it's pot bound or anything, but we are going through a bit of a dry period, so I can't get this into the ground straight away. So what I'd like to do with new plants, instead of putting them into a big pot where I feel they sometimes have to struggle to get to water, I just put them in a next size up pot. So I've already prepared this, and I'll just go in there like so, nicely. And what I find then, if it's too big a pot, the roots have to travel further to try and get to the water. A pot like this, it doesn't have to travel so far. We will have to pot it up again and possibly again. We just got to keep a close eye on it, but I just find it helps establish them a little bit better. Now, I am going to have to carry this on with some of the other plants that I have brought, and what I will do, I'll keep them all in a tray of water. That should help get them going. As I said, they've probably not had the best life where in the shop where they have been living recently. It's given them the best chance. I have actually in the past bought a blackcurrant bush and a few other bushes for 10p, so the bargains are there, and those 10p plants are still going quite well, so it can be done if you can go out, find the bargains and add to your collection of plants. Right, I'm going to carry this on and we'll report back tomorrow. Bye. Well, I'm down on the allotment today and I'm calling the end of my potato compost experiment. These 4 buckets here, we planted Charlotte potatoes, and 4 buckets, 4 different composts. We've got compost from B&Q, Asda, Wix and New Horizon. Now, the New Horizon come from a garden centre, most expensive or tailor-made brand. The others were, I guess, kind of an experiment that are easily accessible. So what we're going to do, all these potatoes were planted on the same day, same amount of compost, different results as they were growing, which I'll get into, but the results are what we want to see. So let's harvest them and see what we've got. Well, we've got 4 buckets of potatoes and now harvested. This is the one in the wicks, and that is pretty poor. The potatoes are tiny. That's probably the largest that we've got out of them. Not very many. Now, the potatoes grown in the wicks did start to grow a lot later than the rest. to the point that I thought they had all died and just didn't germinate. So I would say about 8 weeks behind. When the plants did grow, they did look really nice and healthy compared to the others, but they were so far behind that I honestly thought they had died. So yeah, I wouldn't bother using Wix compost again for potatoes. Next on the list is the Asda potatoes. Now these ones, oh, the Asda compost I should say, these are a nice size for Charlotte potatoes, some bigger ones, but we have got a little bit of scab in places. See if the camera picks it up so you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. There's a bit of scab just on these, so you know, not too bad. I'm happy with the size of those. £4 a bag for the Asda compost, which, so £4 of that, I don't think that's enough Charlotte potatoes to warrant £4, however. In this one, which I've listed as third place, although it was a bit tough to decide between these three, this is a New Horizon. Now I expected a New Horizon to do much better than any of the other compost. It is the most expensive compost out of the four. Get it from a garden centre, but as you can see, you know, quite a bit of scab on quite a few potatoes, but they're not a bad size and they're quite uniform. So, and again, they are a usable size, so happy enough with that. New Horizon was about £5 a bag for this entire tub. I don't think that's £5 worth of potatoes in there. However, it has been quite a dry year, so they were going to suffer, especially in these black pots. So yeah, I can allow for some of that. But the final one, the B&Q, which I think has done the best, purely because some of these potatoes, and the majority are quite a bit bigger than all the others, and is more or less the same amount as the last two, but I'm happy with the amount that we've got in here. Not, again, not as good as I would expect. Like say, dry summer, going to cause problems. I think I will see what the ones that are in the ground at a later date have done. Again, I'm not overly fussed with these. I think they've done okay, but I would have liked to see a few more. Now, I think for me that proves that the cheaper composts are just as good as the more expensive compost in some cases, but it's all about what is used in the mix. The Wix's compost I wouldn't bother with again, based on the experiments that I have run this year. But that could change. That could change. We may run this experiment again next year. I'm not sure yet. I quite like the idea of it, but we will see what happens. But what compost do you use and why? And how did your potato perform in that compost? Let me know in the comments down below. Part of the thing with this that I've been doing is just to see if the more expensive composts are worthwhile. Let me know what you think on that as well. Well, that's what I've been up to this week. Please do let me know in the comments what you have been up to this week as well. Also be interested to know what compost you found best for growing your potatoes in. Also, please do let me know that in the comments. Now, please don't forget to join us on Sunday at 6 PM for our live show, both on YouTube and Facebook. Good chance for us gardeners to sit around and have a good chat. It'd be great to see you there, and it'd be good to join in the chat as well. Right, that's it for this week. We'll be back again next time with another video.